Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. We're doing review a day, and this is day 5 of Resident Evil Review a Day. Resident Evil Retribution. Afterlife was an improvement to Extinction. Retribution is actually a decent continuance. However, there's a lot of things that I would have done differently with this one. Now, specifically, a couple of casting choices I would have done differently. One specifically being Leon S. Kennedy. Johann Erb. It's like, never seen Leon S. Kennedy with facial hair, so that's weird. Also, this guy just was a little bit more bulky. I mean, I remember Leon S. Kennedy not being as bulky. He was more lean and fit. This guy was just pumped up a little too much, in my opinion. Oded Fair, Colin Salmon, and Michelle Rodriguez are all back in this movie. I liked Ada Wong's character, Li Bingbang, the actress. I have yet to see her do a bad role, Li Bingbang. And she pulls off Ada Wong very well in this movie. Objectively, that was great casting and great acting. Leon trying to get sweet on her at the end of the movie, that was a bit stupid subjectively, but objectively, this movie I will actually bump to a 4 out of 5. It was good. But there are some acting parts that were slightly less than what they could have been. The continuity of this movie was very poor in the beginning. They show Alice doing a monologue. They also started the movie in reverse. The whole opening sequence, they just show it going backward instead of whatever. And then they have the monologue of Alice going over the same tired thing from the beginning, or from the very first movie. My name's Alice, or I was a member of head of security at the Hive. They were experimenting viral weaponry, yada yada yada. And it's like, oh my gosh, still? Just give that shit up already. Because doing that all the time opens up error. And they made continuity errors, saying that Jill Valentine gone missing, and then she's a traitor and this and that. But it's like you haven't even seen her yet in this part up to this point. She was just arriving with that flotilla of copters and whatnot. There was just a lot wrong with the beginning of the movie. Also, Jill Valentine's specific makeup in this movie differs from the mid-credit scene in Afterlife. And this movie kicks off right after Afterlife, like the second after Afterlife. So her looking slightly different is a bad continuity error. Bringing in cloning again at the main Umbrella facility, where they had the character of One, played by Colin Salmon, the black bald guy from the first movie, having Rain cloned and Oded Fair's Oliveira cloned and whatnot, was very interesting. The Red Queen, they improved her look. The actress they had was Megan Carpenter, or Carpentier. Charpentier. Charpentier, or whatever, I have no idea. The voice of the Red Queen was the original, Ava Merson O'Brien. I like how they brought back the Axemen, or the Executioner, as I called them in my last one. They had two of them. They had Super Lickers, or a super liquor, which was pretty cool. Rain in this one has the Master Plaga from Resident Evil 4. That was interesting. So, I actually did like a lot of this movie, subjectively. It was an improvement, and they went full hell on earth at the end with the flying demon things, or flying biohazards, or whatever. I don't know what they're called. I've never played Beyond 4. So, whatever the flying ones are called, yeah, having Wesker sitting in the Oval Office was a nice touch. But, or also him giving Alice her powers back was interesting, but everybody knows, if you've seen Final Chapter, well, we'll see about that. I won't spoil it. I will say this, though. This movie's action, the hand-to-hand fighting between Sienna Gilroy and Mila Jovovich was very well done. The hand-to-hand fights were... There was no beefed-up monster for this, or for these fights, meaning there was no tyrant, there was no nemesis kind of creature. It was strictly bio-enhanced humans with super strength. The X-ray fighting stuff was interesting because the main baddie in Resident Evil 4 with the Las Plaga parasites, he had that super palm that he could deliver and just stop your heart if he connects. But yes, this movie was great. The Las Plaga biohazard, the zombies that could use weapons and whatnot, that was interesting. But objectively, yeah, this movie still does have problems. Casting, the writing was actually a big improvement. I will say that. But casting for Leon Kennedy just seemed wrong. The acting was very good. The little girl, Becky, Ariana Engineer, I thought she was very well done. Or to give Alice a kind of tie to humanity. Even though it was a clone of Alice, and it was just a clone of some girl, and they made her mother and daughter and whatnot. It just shows you how evil the Umbrella Corporation really is. And this movie, while flawed, objectively, yeah, 4 out of 5. Subjectively, I'll give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. Moviegoer, 4 out of 5. This movie was very good. It was marked improvement. Although there could have been better, or there could have been improvements objectively. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video. Thank you for all tuning in. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What'd you think of Resident Evil Retribution? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were your issues with it if you didn't? All that stuff. Stay tuned for tomorrow as we wrap up Resident Evil Review a Day with the final chapter. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Chat Reviews. Stay humble.